thank you. Look at the love. Wow. Thank you so much. Can everyone hear me? Can you all hear me? Please let me know if you can all hear me. Honestly, Ben, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm getting goosebumps here. I'm getting goosebumps. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, wow. The love is amazing. Well, thank you so much. So what I'm doing today is a little bit different, right? I joined yesterday, and I've joined since 5 p.m. I think our time. So all the other speakers have spoken so good, but I want to bring something different. So I actually did a PowerPoint presentation. It's a slide, because I believe in the power of just showing you what I'm talking about rather than just talking about it. So I'm going to take you on a journey. I hope you guys are ready. Are you ready? Let me hear yes. If I can hear you, type yes if you're ready. Right, okay, I'm going to share my screen. And again, let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah? Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Yeah, okay, perfect. Brilliant. Thank you so much. It's so nice to have you guys here. Just some house rules, which I know Mr. Ben has spoken about. Please put your microphone on silent, just because we want to be able to hear everybody. So please do that. Also, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. We're going to be playing a lot of videos. We're just going to kind of get to know each other on a personal and a deeper level, right? So any questions or answer, nothing is wrong. Just know that, right? So why have you here? I want to know where everyone is from. Where are you from? Where are you dialing in from? From Lagos, from Abuja, from Nigeria, from the UK, from Australia, wherever you're dialing in from. I want to know where you guys are dialing in from, and what do you do? What are you, an event planner, a caterer, a fitness instructor, a baker? What do you do? I really want to know that. So please let me know where you guys are. Lagos, Nigeria, perfect. I can see that. Where else? Lagos, right? Brilliant. Hello. Okay. Lagos, Nigeria. Okay. Morocco. Wow. Ibadan. Brilliant. Okay. Brilliant. Ireland. Okay. Brilliant. Abuja, Anambra State. All right. Abuja. Wow. Amazing. Lagos. Brilliant. You're an MC? Of course, Ben. You are an amazing one at that. Uyo. Okay. Brilliant. Well, Nottingham. All right. Okay. Who else? Brilliant. Let me know what you guys are doing. Are you a planner, or you? I just want to get to know the people we're talking to tonight, because the topic that I'm speaking about, it's about getting to know people, right? It's about getting to know your ideal client. So we need to get to know each other on a personal level. So I want to know what you guys do, and also one fun fact about you. Let me know one fun fact about you. Let me know. I want to hear. What do you like doing? Baking, cycling, yoga? What do you like? I want to hear that. I want to see that comment. Someone is going to win something. So I want to see you being interactive. Yeah? I'm a planner. Okay, Dorothy. Floris, I love to read. Perfect. Let me know what you like reading, Dorothy. I love reading. Let me know what you love to read. Let me know. Type it down below. Food lover. Oh my God. You own my heart. I love food. I'm a foodie. I can eat everything in this world. So let me know. Let me know what kind of food you love to eat. Lagos, you're a startup event planner. Okay. All right. Let me know what company that is, right? Love movies, Mr. Ben. Let me know what kind of movies. Are you the romantic one, or are you the fiction, or which one? Let me know. Investment manager here to support. Love traveling. Of course, I do. I love the way you just put that in there. It's like just no related. Adventure movies. All right. Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much, guys. I just wanted to kind of like, make this a little bit informal, wanted to cheer you guys up. So don't feel like this is, something that you have to just sit down, let it be an informal session. Aspiring event planner, currently a student, and I love watching rom-coms. Oh gosh, girl, you got my heart. John Maxwell, Protocol Gallagher, and Lisa Nichols. All right, Dorothy. I'm going to make sure I check that out and read it. Let me know. DM me and let me know how these books are, yeah? Okay, now let's keep going because I know we've only got a few minutes. 40 minutes, I think, Mr. Ben? Or 45, if I'm correct. So
yeah, you do for 5 minutes.
45, perfect. So I'm going to try and rush it. I have got a lot of slides. What do we do, right? What was the Flair to Remember event? Some of you are probably wondering, what is a Flair to Remember event? Well, Mr. Ben was right. We are based in the UK, but we travel beyond, and we done event all over the world, right? So we do wedding planning from design, concept, delivery, destination events, galas and ball. We also do corporate event and social, so like brand and product management and positioning. We're also launching a new sector in the business, which is the luxury experiences, which launched in 2021. And it's just all about, money can buy experiences for people that want to go anywhere in the world and find things to do. So make sure you check that out when it comes out, January 2021. And this is my baby, the Academy. We've got a Flair to Remember Academy, which started just right off COVID. And it's my baby, and it's been such an amazing journey, even creating an academy or school to inspire a potential entrepreneur or business owner, whether you're in the event industry or not. So I do like mentoring and coaching and master classes. So again, guys, do make sure you check our Instagram page. We do have an Instagram page for the academy as well. Right, so I bet some of you are probably checking, why is there so much logo down below? Well, those are some of the brands and companies that I've had the privilege to work with. So you go like from private banking to outside to casinos to product to weddings. It's just ranged from different sort of things. So that is just a little bit about a Flair to Remember event. But you guys can of course have a read of it. Toko Bolaji, I love watching stage play, love acting. Oh, amazing. I love learning to make myself a better person. Fantastic, fantastic, brilliant. Oh, I love how people are saying they're a foodie. I am a foodie as well. Right. Who is Gabriella Olukoya? Oh my God. If anyone knows who I am, I want you to type that message below. Who am I? Who am I? So I'm a wedding and event planner. I'm also a speaker as a Sims. I'm a mentor, and I'm also an author, right? I'll tell you a little bit about my journey. I actually studied event management in university decades ago. So I've been in the industry for probably about 12 years now. My background is corporate and business development. So I did that for probably about 6-7 years of my career. I've had the opportunity to travel all around the world to work with amazing brands, amazing companies, businesses. I speak 3 different languages. What else? I grew up in Ireland. I am Nigerian, but I grew up in Ireland. So if you're from Ireland, I want to hear from you guys. I'm a foodie. I love food. I always say this to my husband, that if I'm not an event planner, I'll probably be a world famous chef. Honestly, because if you come to my home, you would never go hungry, and you'd always expect a well-laid table. I'm telling you, honestly. I also have a wine business. So I'm also a sommelier. So I have a wine business with a partner called Tarike. So if you're a wine lover, let me know. I might send you a bottle. And recently, with collaboration with other event planners and other event industry experts, I recently wrote a book. It's more of a guidebook, and it's free to download. You can check it out on my website, and it's free to download. The first few months that we launched it, we had over 4,000 downloads. It was just amazing. And honestly, you don't have to be a couple. You don't have to be even in the industry, because that tips from that guidebook just open your eyes to what it's like to deal with vendors, what it's like to deal with clients, the expectations. So make sure you go off and download it. Right. So that is just a little bit about me. If you want to know more, please let me know. Please, the website, please. It's www.aflairtoremember.co.uk. On it, it's as I said, it's free to download. You'll find out my website. It's amazing. It does wonders. You can send it to a friend. It doesn't matter if you're a couple. You could be an event planner. You could be an MC. whatever it is. The title of it is just guidebook. It's an ebook for couples, and it just shares different tips on when you're choosing your vendor, you know, the things you should be looking at when you're choosing a vendor. And in that book, I've also got like tips from some of our past couple who spoke about their journey, and giving advice to potential couples as well. So it's quite good. It's quite good. Make sure you go and download it. Right. Woo! What's the title of the book? Yes, there you go. You've got the link. Brilliant. Today's session, we are going to be talking about identifying and managing your ideal client. Identifying and managing your ideal client. So I want to hear from you guys. What's an ideal client? What does it even mean? What is that word, ideal client, in? I need to hear you guys. Let me know what you think. What is an ideal client? What does that word ideal client even means? What does it do? Why do I need to even bother to focus and get an ideal client when I can do everything? I could do every event in the world. So why do I need to bother to target an ideal client? Well, that's the topic we're talking about today. Identifying, your ideal client. Ben said people who understand value and can pay. Absolutely, Ben. You know, finding those clients, targeting them, and then when you find them, what do you do with them? You don't just toss them around. You have to find a way to manage them. Not only manage them, but manage the expectation. And then what do you do when you do that? How do you exceed that expectation? When you meet them, what do you even say to them? So we're going to be covering that in this session. So make sure you tie your seatbelt on. A client that can appreciate your services and pay for it. Talk about it. There you go. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. My pen and book is ready. Of course. Brilliant. Okay. So sorry, I'm actually using two laptops just so I can get to see you guys properly. I don't know if let me know if you can see the screen. This flight is going to be so smooth. Yeah, if you're going to Lagos, it would be. Right, so let me try and see if I can move this, because this might actually be blocking you guys. There we go. That might be better. Right. What does it actually mean? And I think some of you have answered that, which it's fantastic. An ideal client is the type of client that you want for your business, right? That are in line with your brand identity, your financial goals, and your business goals. Now, you guys are probably thinking, what's financial goals and business goals? Well, get ready, because I'm going to tell you these three things are so important when you're constantly thinking about the type of client that you want to target for your business. I'm guessing everyone here today, they're focusing on reaching for the star, right? Not picking up the sand. And when I mean reaching for the star is whatever level you're in or whatever type of client you're currently getting, you're always looking at getting something even better. So I want to believe that everyone here today, that is our vision, right? Thumbs up if that's true. So why should you care about finding them? What's the purpose of finding them? For so many reasons. One, it helps you stay on top of the game, right? So important. It helps you stay on top of the game. You know, it doesn't limit your experience. It doesn't limit the type of content that you want to produce. It helps you stay focused. It helps you achieve your goals. Now, when I talk about goals, which is very important, I always say do this exercise to yourself, right? Whether you're an event planner or someone in the industry, every year, this is something that we do as a business. Every year, before 2021, as an example, I always go, right, Gabby, and I go with my team. What is our financial goal for 2021? What do we want to achieve? And I'm going to give a very random example. And I'm going to use the word pounds and UK because we're obviously based here. Our financial goal is to get a profit, not sell, right? A profit of £200,000 profit, right? That is our financial goal. How do we achieve that goal? Because £200,000 in profit is not chicken change. It's not chicken change, right? How do we get that? So the type of client that we target has to be able to get us to making that profit. Not even that profit, to making almost twice that sale in order to make that profit, right? That's one. Then I go to my team. What is our business goal? Business goal is how many events, if an event, how many events do you want to do in the year? How many events can I physically do without going crazy and mental? How many events can I do that is going to, it's going to make an impact for my brand, for myself? And I'm really not talking about branding today because that's not my topic, but I'm going to touch base on branding a little bit because I think it's quite important. When you're identifying your ideal client, it needs to be in line with your brand identity, right? Can I hear some thumbs up, guys, if you can understand what I'm talking about? If this is sinking in, if this is making sense, let me know, please. So it's so important that you guys, are focused on those three aspects. Brand. What is my brand identity? What are my financial goals? What are my business goals? Right. I need to target X and Y client in order to reach those goals. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure why that isn't working. Sorry there. There we go. We're also going to talk about where and how do you get your ideal client. And I use this phrase a lot. Your network is your network. And that is so true. The niche of people that you keep around you can really help you in your business. My husband always say, if you keep anyone around, whatever, they're not going to help you. You need to keep someone that are almost beyond you, above you, not same level as you, of course. Some people that, not in your level, of course, but always inspired to be around people that inspire you, people that are always reaching for more, people that are always reaching for better goals, people that are always wanting more to develop themselves, because honestly, it is your network, right? Okay, so the 4 things we're going to be talking about, how are we going to do that? How are we going to identify our targeted audience, our ideal client? So the first step, right, is to identify the kind of client you currently have, their demographics and their geographics, right? You need to identify it, and then you need to also think to your mind, oh my God, is this in line with my brand? Is this in line with my financial goals? Is this in line with my business goals? So we're going to talk about that. The second one is to identify the type of client that you want. What are the type of client that you want, right? Where do they live? What do they do? How much do they make? What's their income? Where are they based? How do they think? How do they eat? Do they jump into a taxi and ask for a 10 kobo change back from the taxi driver, or did they go and buy corn and then ask for change? What you need to identify the type of client that you want to get, right? The third step is, what are their goals? What are your ideal client goals? Think about your ideal client as someone that has got everything in the world, right? How are you as a business owner going to help them solve a problem that they have? We're going to talk about. And then the last one is managing and exceeding it. Managing and exceeding it. And what I mean by that is, how do you manage? Once you've identified them, right? You've identified the problem. How do you manage them? Because they can be very crazy, cuckoo. They can almost take your life from you. So how do you manage them, and how do you exceed the expectations? So we're going to dive right into it. And the first one is to identify your current client demographics and determine if it's achieving the 3 point. And again, I touch based on this. What is your brand identity? What is your financial goal? And what is your business goal? So I'm going to send Frida a worksheet. I'm going to give you guys a free worksheet, which is going to help you with all of these 4 steps. And you can do the worksheet at your own time, whenever you want. But I want all of you to be able to get into the mindset of your client. It's so important. If you want to be bowling, if you want to be traveling on a private jet or first class somewhere, or doing 5 events, but yet you're living in Banana Island or living in Mayfair, whatever, you'll need to do this. It's so important, right? So I'm going to send that to Frida, so you guys can actually do that in your own time, because we have got a very limited time today. So we're not going to be going deep into each of them. But as I said, these 3 points are so important. So do make sure that every time you think about your ideal client, you're constantly thinking about these things. Can you guys type what I've just said? The 3 things you need to think about. I need you guys to type it out, because I'm going to change the slide. I want to know. Let me know, guys. So every time you guys see this screen, that is a Q&A session. And that is a session that I'm going to ask you guys. And I'm hoping that you guys come back to me and let me know what you think, right? So how many of you know who your ideal clients are and how to measure it? So I want you to type in the comment section the type of client you would like to get for your business. You might already have them. Brilliant. Some QG agency. Well done. Fantastic. You've nailed them on the head. Perfect. Fab Diamond. I can see that as well. Brilliant. Okay. So I need you guys. How many of you know who your ideal? What type of client would you like? I want to hear that. What type of client would you like? Yeah. Who will be your ideal client? I'm going to say premium client, eye paying client. Okay. All right. If you were to give them a name, what name would it be? If you were to give your ideal client a name, or if you already know a certain name of a type of ideal client, who would they be? I want you guys to start thinking of this because it's so important, right? Premium client, Dangote. Yeah, there we go. Luxury client, of course, Dangote. Who doesn't want that? So when we do our yearly sort of meeting in our team, can Shell or Good Bad Zero mute your screen, your microphone, please? Thank you very much. Client who dream big, A-lister, Mike Adenuga, perfect. So why are we not targeting these people? You guys are dreaming big. You guys are giving me amazing name, Dangote, Mike Adenuga, A-listers, professional bodies. Why can we? Of course you can. Of course you can get this premium client, and we're gonna dig deep how we can get them. So first of all, I always say give them a name, give them an avatar name, whatever it is. So for example, the name of our ideal client will be Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right? And the reason why we call them that, I don't know if any of you watched the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That is the kind of ideal client we're looking for, right? Because they got money. They got money to pay, and they're not going to stress my life. And they're not going to say, auntie, can you give us discount? They're not going to do that. So give your ideal client a name, right? Give it a name, premium client. Brilliant, brilliant. Give your ideal client a name, have an idea. The Royals, of course, absolutely. Mr. and Mrs. Moneybags. I love that. Brilliant. Brilliant. The Royals, brilliant. Okay. Now that we guys have an idea, step 2, understanding, identifying what your client want. So what does Mr. and Mrs. Moneybags want? What do they want? How do you even know what they want? What do they need? Right? How can you even find them? Where are you going to find them? So the first thing I always say is you need to also understand the demographics of your ideal client. Are they male, female? Are they couple? Where did they live? Are they newly engaged? Did they just moved in from the UK and they're not live in Ikoyi, or they live in Yaba, or they live somewhere? Are they the old money people or the new money people? Or is it generational wealth? People that have money without even working for it, right? Are those the kind of ideal? Are they the Gen Zs or the millionaires? You need to start thinking, what is the demographic of my ideal client? Again, this worksheet is going to really help you, because all you have to do is just pour out your heart into it. Then also your physiographics, and what that means is their values and their lifestyle, right? What kind of client do you want? Where do they shop? What do they read? Are they on Google? Are they on Instagram? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on any social media? Do they prefer website to Instagram page? Do they prefer phone call to email? Do they prefer to go out in Harrods instead of Zara? Do they buy Chanel instead of Louis Vuitton? Do they buy Lamborghini instead of Ford? Do they premium client, luxury client, money can buy kind of client, people who would buy your services without even thinking twice, without even saying, can I get, if you tell them that your planning charge is £6,000, they would even think it's cheap, right? So again, it's important. Demographics, physiographics, where they're based, what did they do? What did they do? So important, right? So market segmentation, again, just going back on what we spoke about, their behaviors. How did they spend their money, right? How did they spend their money? Where did they spend their money on? When they go to shops, do they, give the change and they don't, collect their change back? Do they jump on a flight to go and get gelato somewhere? Without even thinking about it. You need to think about the kind of client. Where did they leave? How much time did they spend online? What are the expectations? What are their fears? What don't they like? Are they the kind of client that they like people to see that they're showing off? Does that make sense? I want to hear some thumbs up if you guys are understanding and you're digging what I'm saying. Right? So, brilliant. Let me hear thumbs up, guys, if you're understanding what I'm saying. All right. So, brilliant. Okay, brilliant. Right. Another question for you guys. I want you to name a brand or a business or services or product that have targeted an ideal client and have made billions doing it. And I'm sure you guys know so many businesses or services that have done that. They've targeted a group of clients or a number of people, and they're making so much money. And that doesn't mean that they're good, right? Because they can find people that are better than them, but they've just found a way to market to you. So I want to know, Busy Bee. Okay, Busy Bee, brilliant. Who else? Busy Bee, brilliant. Amazing. Who else? I want to hear it. Any products, a fire event? Yes. Any product, any services, any business. It doesn't have to be in the event industry. Just think about it. Like, I want you to open your mind, right? Because what we're doing, the industry we're in, don't limit yourself, right? Think outside the box. Ferrari, there we go. Samsung, there we go. Who else? Right? Apple, there we go. Brilliant. For me, I can tell you one big one. Indomie noodles. Indomie noodles. Do you know whose Indomie noodles ideal clients are? Families. Every single of the advertisement has got either a mom or a child or a father, someone cooking. Indomie noodles. Sometimes I wonder, why do I, even here in the UK, I buy so much Indomie noodles. It's unbelievable. I'm like, they need to give me a commission, right? But how have they targeted us? They know who the target audience, and they've targeted them. And that doesn't mean, and bear in mind, the season in Indomie noodles, it's actually not quite good for a child, right? But think about it. The other type of noodles out there that you can buy that can be healthy, probably even cheaper, but you still don't do that. You still go to Indomie noodles, right? Another one is those baby channel, all these I don't know, Sesame Street, Tom and Jerry, all these kids network channels that we watch on TV. Who are their target audience? Every advertisement, every content, every PR, it is targeted at their ideal client. Is this making sense? I'm trying to get you to understand this from a different point of view. So forget the fact that we're in this event industry. You always sometimes get inspiration from other industry, right? So just think about, how is Indomie noodles captivating me, right? How is Zoom captivating me? Because Zoom has targeted an ideal client and they're making billions. We're all on lockdown at home, we can't meet each other, but Zoom is making money. Amazon is another one. Amazon has targeted us, right? And what are they doing? They're cashing it, ka-ching, every day, every morning, every night, they're catching it in. So just think about all of these things, because they target, they're not selling to the mass. Okay, there's some brand, right, that target the mass media. So Indomie noodles are targeted mass media, but they still have people that they target, right? Now, let me give an example of a luxury brand. Chanel, Lamborghini, Ferrari, as someone mentioned. What other luxury brands are there? Those people, they don't target the mass media. In fact, they don't want the mass media. They want their own ideal client. And They're not advertising because they want you to want them. They want you to want that Chanel bag, even though you can get a replica of it in Zara, right? They want you to want that Coco Chanel perfume because you know what? You can get something very similar for 10 times cheaper than that. But you know what they do? You never see a Lamborghini advertisement on TV, on Instagram, or on a mass media platform because you know what? They target the audience. They know who the audience are and they position themselves at places of the ideal client, right? So I live in Surrey, right? And I can tell you that, so Waitrose is probably one of the biggest supermarket, fancy luxury supermarket, well, maybe not luxury, but fancy supermarkets that you could go to. Waitrose position themselves at locations of the ideal client. And when I mean by location of the ideal client is they target themselves at places where when you come to buy a Waitrose, which is a supermarket, you're not thinking, why is this bread £2.50? I can go to the next door and get it for £1. Why is this Coca-Cola £5.60 when I can go down there? They've positioned themselves in a place where you just go into Waitrose, you grab a bread, you don't even think about the price. What is that? What are they doing? Positioning, targeting, demographics, physiographic, behavior, where do they live? They're currently targeting ideal clients. So I want you guys to think about that when you are doing your worksheet. Yeah? Brilliant. So step 3, what are their goals? What do they want? What problem do they want you to solve for them? And what are their fears? I'm going to keep rolling because I know we haven't got much time. But it goes back to what I was saying earlier about you need to always be one step ahead every time when you're thinking of your ideal client. What does your ideal client fear? What's the problem with it? What is it? So you have some ideal client who are generational wealth, old money. They don't like Instagram. In fact, they have no clue what Instagram is. But you know what they love? Website. So if you know that your ideal client are people who are not so tech, savvy, they are more old school, then get a bloody website. Sorry for my language, get a website, right? So you need to think about what is a solution. Always think about you are the solution but not a problem. You are a solution but not a problem. Always. There's no point finding an ideal client and giving them problem and giving them an headache. You always have to think 2 steps ahead of them. Always have to think, whoa, what do they want? How do they want to get it? What is their problem? Oh, this client, I know that she doesn't like anything cheesy. She likes something a bit more classy and a bit more luxurious, a bit more fancy. Then do that. So again, I know everyone here, we've all got different goals and objectives, but always think in line with your objective, your brand, your goal, your brand identity, and all that sort of stuff, right? So the next one again is another question. I want you to write out in the comment section, where and how do you get your ideal client? Where would you get an ideal client? This is quite an interesting. So I'm going to zip it for a second and I'm going to just hear what you guys have to say. Where would you get your ideal client from? I know someone said Dangote earlier. Someone said a few other places, I don't know. But where would you find an ideal client? Where would you go and find an ideal client? Bella Niger wedding. Okay. Well, that's your ideal client. Okay. You can start from your circle, family and friends, country clubs. Yeah. Yes. I don't know. That kind of girl. Golf club, referrals, Nigerian weddings. Absolutely. Yes. Well, referrals. Okay. Where would you find them? Because now what I want you guys to do, I want you guys after this to go out, do your worksheet and go out and get those ideal clients, right? So I'm going to then go on to my slide. This is sort of almost like a little bonus point from me to you, but your ideal client could be anywhere, again, depending on your goals, right? There we go. I just said that it can be found anywhere, depending on where you are, your goals. Referrals, your network. Always dig deep into your network, the type of people that you have, the type of friends that you hang out with. Where do they work? What do they do? Reach out to them. Where do they hang out? I had a friend who her dad is like ex, Arab, whatever, that kind of thing, and she hangs out in a particular place. I just said to her, I said, hi Amira, can I meet you at this coffee shop tomorrow? Because I know what I'm looking, and that doesn't mean I'm asking her for something right there and there, but eventually I will, right? So your client network, this is a good saying for me: network your network, network the network of your network. And what I mean by that is, if you already have one client that oh, that is my ideal client, then make sure that you're doing something amazing with them. One, two, make sure that you are network. Make sure you're finding out who the circles are, who their friends are, who do they hang with, where do they go. Make sure you're doing that. The next one is your previous employment. Some of you might have worked in so many amazing employment. Reach out to those people. Reach out to them. And this is what I do now. This is what I do. Here's my flyer. Here's my website. Let's go out for a coffee. Let's do something. Let's grab a glass of wine. Reach out to them. It's so important. Maybe where they hang out. And I do come with, yes, absolutely. Charity balls, quality networking event. They do a lot of networking here in the UK. I'm not sure if they do that in Nigeria. I think they do. And, again, pick and choose the networking events that you want to go for, because not all networking events are profitable and productive. So make sure you do that. Social media perception, polished social media perception. What do I mean by polished social media perception? If your target audience are the Gen Zs or the people who are tech savvy, you want to make sure whatever social media platform you're in, whether LinkedIn, which is all important, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, all that amazing top, you want to make sure that it represents your brand. You want to make sure that you whatever you're selling is in line with your brand identity. So if you look amazing and you are all dolled up and you look good and you drive a nice car and you live in a nice area, and then you've met with your ideal client and your ideal client say, oh, can I check your Instagram page or your Facebook page or your LinkedIn? And it is, it's not in line. Immediately they can go, oh, I'm not interested. And that doesn't mean you haven't sold them, but because that ideal client is social media focused, is social media savvy. So it's so important that if your ideal client, again, as I said earlier, your ideal client might be people that love website. Make sure your website is top notch. If your ideal client is someone that that doesn't want anything to do with the internet or whatever, make sure that whatever they are targeting, whether it's LinkedIn, if you do corporate event, LinkedIn, my darling, it is the best place to find ideal client, darling. People underestimate LinkedIn. It's ridiculous. And I know one of the other speakers spoke about it, but people underestimate LinkedIn. And if you want good quality client, darling, you're going to switch from Instagram to LinkedIn. And the different type of clienteles, right? In Instagram. So you need to really understand it. You need to understand the type of client that you're looking for. The next one, we do that a lot here. I'm not sure if they do that in Nigeria, and I hope they do, is commission. I know. Commission to luxury venues, right? So what I mean by commission to luxury venues, hotels, concierge companies, reach out to them, introduce yourself, tell them, because think about this, right? People go, when they get engaged, they go somewhere to celebrate their engagement, especially people that, are well off, or, some people that might not be, whatever, but they go up to an hotel, they enjoy themselves, they lash out, they go to a concierge desk and they say, oh, we just got engaged. Imagine that concierge guy is getting £500 for every client you bring, the concierge brings to them. Do you not think the concierge will make it his or her job to tell that couple to book you, right? So think about it. Drop marketing, detail marketing material, and offer commission to hotel managers or hotel concierges. Trust me, it works. Tested, tried, confirmed, it works. Right. LinkedIn coming up second time tonight. Absolutely. Honestly, I can't say this enough. People really underestimate LinkedIn, and I think it's quite important. So I'm going to show you guys a video. And this video can be quite emotional for some people, and I hope the quality would show properly. It can be quite emotional because the guy that gave this speech, passed away recently, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. But I've always had this. Actually, my husband played this for me a couple of years ago, and I saved it because I thought it's quite important. May his soul rest in peace. I really do hope it's a 2-minute video. It's so important that you guys listen to what he's saying, how he's connected his words to the audience. And I want you guys to tell me after watching this, I want you guys to tell me if he was selling a product or services, would you buy? So I'm going to play the video. Da-da-da. Let me know how you guys enjoying this. Let me know.
Gentlemen, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh.
God bless you. I know personally that your generosity extends past what you have given on the stage.
Can you see? I'm not sure if you guys, could you see this? Let me know. Can you see the screen? Right, let's see. Okay. Can you see the screen now?
And screen. Many of you already know that your generosity extends.
Save on the Pixel 4a this Black Friday. Now available for only £319.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chadwick Boseman.
I know personally that your generosity extends past what you have given on the stage and screen. Many of you already know the story that Mr. Washington, when asked by Felicia Rashad to join her in assisting 9 theater students from Howard University who had been accepted to a summer acting program at the British Academy of Dramatic Acting in Oxford, he gracefully and privately agreed to contribute. As fate would have it, I was one of the students that he paid for. Imagine receiving a letter that your tuition for that summer was paid for and that your benefactor was none other than the dopest actor on the planet. I have no doubt that there are similar stories at boys and girls clubs and theaters and churches across the country where I know you have also inspired and motivated others. An offering from a sage and a king is more than silver and gold. It is a seed of hope, a bud of faith. There is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington. And not just because of me, but my whole cast, that generation stands on your shoulders. The daily battles won, the 1,000 territories gained, the many sacrifices you made for the culture on film sets through your career, the things you refused to compromise along the way, laid the blueprints for us to follow. And so now, let he who has watered be watered. Let he who has given be given too. It is an honor to now know you, to learn from you, and join in this work with you. May God bless you exceedingly and abundantly more in what's in store than he ever has before. God bless you.
Brilliant. So let me know. I want to know what you guys think of that. I want to know. So drop below. Let me know what you guys think of that. Let me know. Oh my God, I am touched. What if you were selling some? May you so rest in peace. I know that this can be emotional for some of you, including myself. But honestly, if you were something, if you were selling a product, I said, would you buy it? 1, 2. What did you think he's done? He's done his own work. He knows his craft. He's grateful. He's admitting that, without Denzel Washington, there isn't Black Panther, right? He's establishing a rapport. between him and the audience. I don't know if you noticed that the audience were captivated by his word for that 2 seconds, right? We're gonna go deep into this because I know we haven't got a bit of time, and I want to leave a bit of time for question and answer, but it's so important, very emotional. Yes, it's honest. That's it. It's impressive. I'll buy Denzel any day. Yeah, I think anyone will buy Denzel any day, girl. Yes, even I would buy Denzel any day. But we're not talking about Denzel here. We are talking about Chadwick Boseman here, guys. So come on, keep it together. Keep it together, guys. Come on. Shown, yes, pain homage. Value was given, absolutely. Okay, now before I'm gonna dig into that in a second, but I wanted us to talk about the final step, which is managing and exceeding it. And what do I mean by managing and exceeding it? You know, it's about managing the expectation of your client. Be original, be authentic, build a rapport, build a relationship, be honest. Let them know, you know, who you are. Be true to yourself. Let them know that you are the solution, but not the problem, right? Let them know about what you've got to offer, what you're offering them, right? Again, it's so important, you know, the communication, the line of communication between you and them. It's going to be an open and honest communication. You've got to be flexible. You've got to be able to you got to be able to over deliver and under promise, right? Sometimes we go, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to, and on the day you don't actually deliver. You're like, I asked for X and you're giving me Y. You got to under promise and over deliver in this business. So important. It's called exceeding the expectation of your client. It's called thinking above and beyond, going that extra mile, thinking about the things that are impossible, and then bringing in something that's even better than impossible to that. So again, it's, I know, Ben, I know I'm tight on time, right? So I'm gonna just skip through this. Ben, you there?
Yeah,
I'm good. Okay, brilliant. So it's so important that every conversation you have with your client, you're confident, you're knowledgeable. Just think about Chadwick Boseman there. You know, do you not think every audience there would want to give him a part to play? Again, you know, may so rest in peace. If he was alive, I would want to hire him immediately because it's just connecting to my emotion. He's building that rapport. He's being honest. He's been open. He's able to almost solve a problem that Denzel might have, which could be complimentary, right? He's giving Denzel a compliment, right? So think about that. Okay. We're almost at the end. Elevator pitch. This is another bonus point that I'm giving to you guys. I hope you guys are still with me. Let me know if you are, please. Are you guys still with me? My elevator pitch is key. And I had to add this slide in. I had to add it in last night because I thought I'm going to give you something even better when he talks about, because we've spoken about identifying this client, right? We're talking about, you know, who are your current client, right? We're talking about identifying the type of client that you have. We've talked about, you know, what are their goals, what are their fear, and then we talked about you being the solution. How do you manage that? And we're talking about, you know, the client experience just briefly, and it's just mainly about authenticity, giving that you know, going above and beyond, you know, on the promise over deliver. Now we're going to talk about an elevator pitch, and the reason why I put that in, I only put this in last night because I love you guys so dearly. And Frida, of course, has put in so much work with the team at KC, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give you guys this. I'm gonna get, it's so important. Now that you've identified who your ideal client is, you have a name in your head, you have an idea where they live, what they do, where they come from, where you're gonna get them, how you're gonna find them. When you meet them, what do you say to them? What do you say to them? If you're stuck in an elevator with your ideal client, how do you sell yourself in less than 3 seconds? How do you sell yourself to them? What I'm gonna do here, I've got another video which I'm going to play for you guys. It's very important. It's another 2 minutes. I always believe in showing people rather than just talking it because it's quite important. I also want you guys to think about your elevator pitch. We're going to pick someone, and I know Frida is going to talk about this later. We're going to pick someone, one lucky someone of business is going to get a 2-hour mentoring session with myself, which honestly, I can't tell you how big this is. You're going to get 2-hour mentoring session with myself, and we're going to talk about all your business goals. So Freda is probably going to mention that to you guys at the end of the summit. But I want you guys to think about your elevator pitch. While we watch this video, I want you guys to think about if you were stuck, not stuck, you are in the lift, right? I said to myself, if I was in the lift with was Kris Kardashian, I know that she uses Mindy West for all of our event decoration and planning, but if I was stuck with Kris Kardashian in the lift, how would I get her to call me next day? How will I get her to book me and book my services? This is how. Gonna watch a video, guys. Right, let me know how you guys are getting on. Where is my screen? There we go. So this next video is by the famous Simon Sinek. And honestly, if you guys don't know who he is, you better go on and find him. He is just a genius. Can you guys see the screen?
Why, how, what?
So before I play it, what is talking about is talking about identifying what you do and how do you identify what you do when you meet someone in the lift. If you meet some, maybe not even in the lift, if you meet someone somewhere at the airport or when they're busy somewhere, how do you sell your services to them? It's going to teach you these 3 key things: the why, the how, and the what of an elevator pitch. It's so important. And if you guys haven't watched any of Simon Sinek or you've never heard of him, you're missing out. Like I've watched every single video of Simon Sinek, and you've got to watch it. You've got to read his book. I know Dorothy is a reader. You got to read it. It's so important. So
this little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean, what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this: we make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Nah. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done. That's how most sales is done. And that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do. We say how we're different or how we better. We expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a
Right. So what did you guys think of that? Let me know. Put in the comment below. What do you guys think of that? Just watching that, how would you introduce yourself in those 3 words? I want to hear. I want to let me know, guys. Okay, from here. Okay. So what does Simon spoke about? He spoke about the why, right? The main what is that? Why is the mainstay? Yeah, the why, the how, and the what. Because majority of us, if they say introduce yourself, we say my name is Buki. You don't even say your full name. Bear in mind, when you don't say your full name, you can be Buki of any book in the world. So when you want to introduce yourself, always say your last name, right? My name is Bukola X and Y. My name is Gabriella Olukoya, not Gabby, not Gabriella. Because you know what? Gabriella could be anybody, but Gabriella Olukoya, there's only a select few. So it's so important that when you think about your elevator pitch, you introduce yourself using those 3 things: your why, your how, and your what. Tell why you do what you do. That's what people buy. Absolutely. Selling solution to the client's problem. Why? Don't say, oh, hi, I'm an event planner. Imagine you meet, I say Chris Kardashian because I secretly would want them as an ideal client. Imagine I meet her at the airport somewhere and I've only got less than a minute because she's rushing to jump on a flight. Imagine I go to her and say, hi, Chris, I'm an event planner. She'll be like, so what? Who cares? Everybody's an event planner, right? But if I say, hi, Chris, you know what? I love the last baby shower that you did. You are finding an anchor. You are finding something that is going to make her just stay for 1 second to hear what you have to say, right? So the process of developing your own elevator pitch, and I do want you guys to do this exercise because it's so important. Identify your potential sales. Know who your target audience are. Build a rapport. Have a shared interest. Your shared interest, something that you can anchor to make them even want to stop talking to you. Oh, my daughter's name is, I don't know what a daughter, my daughter's name is, I don't know, Kelly or Kemi, you know, knowing that the daughter of Dangote is called Kemi, or my daughter was born at the same hospital as you, or, oh, I noticed that you love reading that book from Simon Sinek. You found an anchor, right? Someone once came to me and said, hi, Gabby, oh my God, I love this amazing Pinot Grigio wine. I love this Pinot Grigio wine and it's stunning. And immediately I want to talk to her because she's found an anchor. She's found something that would make me even want to hear her in the first place, right? Ben said his daughter's name is Blossom. There we go. And I started this session with asking you guys, what's your fun fact? I don't know if you noticed. I started off on that. Tell me one fun fact about you, because what am I trying to do? I'm trying to understand who you are. I'm trying to find an anchor between me and you. And you know the 2 people I remember? Dorothy, because she likes reading and I like reading, and another person that talks about cooking, because that is the anchor between me and them, right? Talk about them and keep them talking to you. Absolutely, absolutely. So I hope that this session has been amazing and has been so inspiring to you guys. I don't want to take too much time because I want to give some 10 minutes for Q&A session, but you can find me on my website. I have a LinkedIn account. We've got an Instagram and of course email. Make sure that you DM me at a Flair to Remember event. I am always online. I'm 24-hour online. If I'm not, one of my team member or is or are online. So make sure that you send me a DM. If you are interested in any of our master classes, please do let me know. And Frida and the team is going to be popping out some few things for you guys. The worksheet, as I promised, and your elevator pitch, which is quite important. But before I go, just a last thing I want to say to you guys, just to recap quickly on identifying and managing your client. I want you guys to think about your brand identity first. What is your brand saying? What is my brand? What is it? What does my brand speak? If I look at my brand in the mirror, am I going to be happy with the brand that I've currently built or shaped for myself? Then understand your financial and business goals. And a lot of us don't do that, but it's so important. What is your financial goal? How many events you want to do? Now, some people might say, I want to do 50 events. That's fine if you're capable of doing it. And some people say they want to do just 10. I want to do just 10 and I still want to make such a huge profit. So my ideal client is going to help me make those financial and business goals. Stay true to yourself. Be authentic. Constantly think outside the box, outside of the event and wedding industry. Inspiration is truly all around you. It's truly everywhere. And most importantly, be consistent. Don't just do one thing and let it go. Be consistent. Consistency. So important. And finally, have fun doing it. You're the real MVP. Have fun doing it, because we work so damn hard to not have fun. Or cheers, or have a glass of champagne, have a tea or a cup of coffee. You honestly enjoy it. Enjoy what you do, because it truly will shine out. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Ben, over to you for any questions.
I think you still have 5 minutes more.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, before the question. 5 minutes.
Oh, brilliant.
You can drop
you have always been a secret mentor for Lashade. Oh, thank you so much, Gabby. I love you. Oh, I love you guys. Brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm really glad that this has really been an eye-opener for you guys. As I said earlier, it's so important that you guys think through all of these things. If any of you want to send a quick recap for anyone that's missed it on some of the 4 steps that I mentioned, I'm going to do a quick recap again on the 4th step. Who do you currently have as client? Who are your current clients, right? Who are they? Are they achieving your goals? Are they achieving your business goals, your financial goals? Are they achieving your brand identity? Once you understand that and you have an idea what that is, then you're gonna think, who are my ideal client? Who are they? What are the demographics? What are the behavior ways? What are the physiographic? What is your lifestyle values? What are their goals? The 3rd one is to finding out what their fear is. Why would they even book you in the first place? Are you a solution to the problem they're looking for? Think about your ideal client as someone that has everything in the world. Are you a solution to that? So important. The final thing is managing the expectation. Once you find them, you've done all that work, you've done all that research, manage them, find a way to exceed the expectation. It's so very much important. I cannot stress on this. And then my final thing is about, when you meet them, what do you even say to them, which is my bonus point. What do you say to them when you've met with them? How do you introduce yourself in less than 3 minutes, which is the elevator pitch. Honestly, you can find ways of elevator pitch on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. But my guy, Simon Sinek, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, you need to watch every single video from Simon Sinek, because you are going to be inspired. You're going to come out as a new baby boy that you're just punk in the bottom, and it's like, hallelujah. So I just want to make sure that you guys do that. And honestly, just have fun, enjoy it. Love what you do, and, be authentic, be true to yourself, be consistent, think outside the box. Your creativity is endless. For us with the Flair, remember, every time people say, oh my God, Gabby, how do you even have time to do this and do that? Because you have to plan. You are planners. I'm getting some of your planners. Plan ahead, right? What are your plans for next year? What are your plans for 2 years? What do you want to do? What is your financial and business goal? In the next 2 years, I know what my business goals are. I know what my financial goals are. I know that I want to be somewhere on an island planning a big event for Kim Kardashian. That's my goal. How am I going to get there? Guess what? I have a step. I have ways. I have tools and how to get there. So I just need you guys to think about that. So yeah, there we go. Thank you.